Well, good morning. It's Friday. Hope you've had a good week. I've started this new regime and it's waking up at 6 o'clock in the morning. I set my smart office on to turn the heater on, turn the lights on, make a cup of tea, and I go down and I have what we call the $1 million hour. So that's what my $1 million hour is what my business coach calls it, and that's the productive hour when I get so much done on the business. So I don't look at emails. I can actually be so focused, no interruptions at that hour, no children to worry about. They're mostly fast asleep still. And then it's just an hour of productivity, 6:15 to about 7:15, where I can just blitz out some business development stuff. So I've built out a new flagship model, and the flagship program is a done-for-you LinkedIn lead generation service, where I basically do all the heavy lifting, create all the campaigns, set up all the systems, and become part of your marketing team. So it's kind of like outsourcing that element. Now, a good book I've been reading recently by Don Miller called Business Made Simple. The first chapter talks about some really important character traits in an employee or even as a business owner. And towards the end of that first chapter, he talks about how every employee should be worth 5 times a return on investment. So if you're paying someone, £50,000, you want to be expecting at least a £250,000 return in investment. That's their worth to the business or their value to the business. So when I think about it as my kind of LinkedIn lead gen service, it's a fixed monthly cost. And I'm thinking about, wow, I've got this ability to add so much more value to other clients and really kind of get them some real strong sales, fill their pipeline with lots of appointments so they can really close lots of meetings and win lots of deals. And that's the whole process behind the flagship products. I'm just going to share screen. I've updated the pricing page on my website, and you'll see here I've introduced the Leadeth Pro Plan. So previously it was just a software service where kind of pretty much I helped people out with the software and supported it. It was quite taking up a lot of my time and resources doing it that way. So now we're going to provide video training, show people the software. I'll still support them and help them if they've got any issues. But the Pro Plan is basically where I come on board and do a lot of that work for them, so they can basically not worry about it. They've got more time. They can spend that time enjoying the stuff they want to do. And more importantly, they're going to get a lot more sales as a result of it because it's so laser focused. And I'm just constantly on it, making sure it's being driven hard. Whereas a lot of people will set up a campaign, forget about elements of it, or not check the messages and neglect it a little bit, which is just wasted marketing. So the Pro Plan, if you have a look at the website, we've got a 6-step roadmap which I've created, and this basically tells you that customer journey, where you're going from and where you're going to. So we start down here, stage 1, we identify the target audience. So we've got some really clever software going on at the moment utilizing AI, and we've got access to over 750 million data enriched profiles. And this is access to corporate email addresses and all the usual stuff that you need to know about a person, and you need to know whether they're a right fit for your service or product. So that first stage is looking at targeting that persona, looking at that audience, who they are. The second step as we go up is priming your personal LinkedIn profile. So I'll come on board, I'll have a look, do a full audit report of kind of what your profile's like, make some suggestions, and hopefully help you out with some improvement graphics if you let me, to really improve that. Things like a professional headshot, I'd always recommend that. I'm part of a network with a lot of professional headshot photographers all around the UK, all around the globe actually. So I can always refer you to a professional headshot photographer who can then really make you shine on that LinkedIn profile. And it makes a huge impact on that response rate and connection rate when you present yourself. A client of mine had a corporate logo on their personal LinkedIn profile. It said their name, Paul somebody, but they actually just had a logo. And they were wondering why they were only getting a 7% response rate or connection rate on the back of their campaigns. And I said, well, LinkedIn is a personal platform, and people like to buy from people. People don't just buy from a logo or a brand that they've got no association with. So building up that relationship is vital. So priming the profile is a huge element. It's a whole stage on its own, step 2. Step 3, I go away and we actually create all these super duper funnels on LinkedIn. So automated actions like viewing someone's profile, creating a invite request, loads of follow-up messages, all that sort of stuff is just automated, and we pre-configure it. It works very effectively. We A/B split test it, so we're constantly refining that process. We've actually got some bespoke campaigns that we're doing for clients using AI, and that's using artificial intelligence to generate a video. So it would be a picture of maybe you in a video talking about their profile. So when they see their LinkedIn inbox, they're bombarded with salesy messages quite often. But this is a whole new technology where we're actually showcasing someone looking at their profile and interacting with them. It's very personal and it gets a really good engagement rate. So really looking forward to rolling that out to a few more clients. The fourth step in this framework is our email outreach. So email still has a big part to play. Often people say now cold email marketing is just overrated and they don't see the results. Me too. I've done campaigns and I've been lucky to get 2 to 3, maybe a 4% open rate if you're lucky. But what we're doing, because we're building up a relationship on LinkedIn, the natural progression is to move the conversation away from the LinkedIn platform and to email, because the email is straight into their inbox. You've got their attention, and they're giving you permission to do that. So if you're worried about GDPR and stuff like that, it's a follow-up email. They've already given you permission to their inbox by accepting that connection request. In my opinion, that's a legitimate consent. So once we've created that email marketing campaign, it'll be a sequence of 5 emails that will go out to the potential prospect, warming them up, giving them content, getting them ready for a meeting, a strategy call or a sales call or a demo meeting, whatever it is you want. We'll come to that stage 6. Stage 5 kind of sits in the middle here, and this is creating 13 unique 1 to 2 minute video format content, which is going to go out on your LinkedIn profile. We can also get curated content just to make sure there's something there as well to back it up. But ideally, this becomes your weekly moment. And this is where each week you will have, people will find your posts as we share them for you. We schedule it for the whole month, and then people will comment on it. And then automatically we can comment back on some of those posts with a follow-up step. So it could be to schedule a call or something else, or just try to build a bit more rapport on those things. And what we find is when people are actually using LinkedIn and just sending lots of connections, that strategy doesn't really work. So you need to be adding to the platform. It's a social network. It's a delivery platform where people are hungry for content and information, and LinkedIn just want you to spend more and more time on the platform. So when you have a content strategy alongside your outreach campaigns, we're going to super duper uplift your exposure on the LinkedIn platform, which is fantastic. And the 6th step of the framework is to set up all the appointment setting systems. So we actually partner with Calendly. So we're a preferred Calendly partner. That's what we would tend to use, and that allows us to really integrate your existing calendars to make sure you don't ever double book. Make sure that you have the appointments at times when you want them. If you're scaling up your team and you've got multiple agents that can respond to those requests, the system can handle that. It'll also always send the automatic email and SMS reminders as well. So just to help you, just to prevent those no-shows, that's what it does. So that's a quick overview of the done for you lead generation system that I've created. Have a look, Leadeth.io. We're still doing the software, and you can have a free trial of the software and stuff like that. It's very, very enhanced, and would love you to check it out, basically. So that's all from me. And I'm just going to try and work out how to stop screen sharing on this one. There we go. Seamless. Have a great day, and